Greetings, fellers. It's your new favorite commentator, Wield. And it has been a ho-hum day. Excuse my gosh darn French, but it has been a ho-hum day. You know, earlier I was sitting on my computer, and I was just looking at Google. I'm like, what should I Google? See this guy there? Flipping using black magic sorcery to defend himself. And he sends his minion out to get me. Son of all guns. We gotta deal with Alamar, the Dark Lord of Defense, later on. But I was sitting at Google. I've got my hands on the keyboard looking at the screen. I'm like, what should I Google? What should Wield Google today? And I Googled the word ho-hum. And I was like, wow. This actually has a meaning. Randomly, just ho-hum. H-O-H-U-M. And it means boring. I was like, wow, it means boring. There goes Alamar. We slayed Alamar, the Dark Lord of Defense, and his dark sorcery. He was no match for my white sorcery. And whoop-ah! Levitating and doing twistotrons. Just two of my many skills. But fellers and fellettes, the word of the day brought to you by Wield. Doing good deeds. It's what I do. Helping in every way possible. So if your day has been a ho-hum day, don't even flip and worry, because you're here now. You're here with Wield, and I'm here to salvage the rest of your day. So why don't you just come on a journey with me? We're gonna go on a journey. This is gonna be better than Narnia. Let's go on a flippin' mother effing journey. Let's do it. Don't you ever look back sometimes and say, gosh darn it, I regret this. I wish I had sex in high school and in middle school. I wish I was a sexer. There was this kid named Jimmy. Jimmy was the nerdiest nerd of all nerds. He was the king of nerds in middle school. And then I went to go get this gun, but this bastard behind. What are the chances? What are the chances that that guy wants to get that gun as well? He left me with 2 secondaries. But Jimmy inspired me. He changed my life because he was the nerdiest of all nerds. He was the lord of nerds. And I always wondered, I said, how did Jimmy have oral sex in the art room? Jimmy got oral sex from Lucy, the brace face, in the art room. And I was like, oh, by the 9 divines? How is that even possible? And I come to learn today, you know, now I'm thinking, anybody can have oral sex in the art room if they wanted to. If they put their heart and mind to it, they can have sex in the art room. Not just oral sex, but sex. They can be sexers. Official sexers of the art rooms. And I woke up today and I'm thinking to myself, I missed out. I could have had Lucy in the art room. This is so unflippin' fair. I walked in on them one day. It was lunchtime. Teacher walks up to me. Mrs. P. We're gonna call her Mrs. P. She comes up and she says, hey Wield, snap, snap. She snaps her fingers in my face. And I say, what, Mrs. P? What could you possibly want? She says, Wield, you know you didn't finish your project today. And I said, yes, I know, Mrs. P. I wagged my finger at her. I know. I made an S with that. For some reason, I made an S with my finger when I told her I know. I know, Mrs. P. And she says, well, you know you have to finish that. That's a gigantic part of your grade. And I'm like, okay. She says, Wield, you can head on over to the art room now. I'm not going to be available after class. I'm not going to be able to open up the art room for you so you can finish your project. So it'll have to be right now. It's due today. I'm like, okay. So I get up and I walk on over to the art room. And I kind of hear what's going on. I kind of hear it. I'm like, oh no. Now look at this ninja. That guy looked like a ninja, didn't he? He had the pose and everything of a professional ninja with a gun. So ladies and gentlemen, you just saw it right here. I, Wield, killed the first ninja with a gun. I am amazing sometimes. I amaze myself at times, here and there. But I go on over, I'm in the hallway, and I'm like, what am I hearing? What am I hearing from the art room? All I'm thinking is, obviously there's other kids in there finishing their projects. Obviously she probably went up to other kids and told them that they could finish their projects as well. That's all I'm thinking. So I head on over, I keep on going, and I open the door. And at first, I noticed nobody. I think I'm alone. I look at my desk, I head on over to it, and I don't see anybody. You know, it's a large room. It's a very large room, like a porno studio's room, where they record pornos. That's the kind of room it was in. So, I don't see anybody for the first 30 seconds that I'm in there. And then I hear them. I hear them the other side of the room. The other side of this large room. I'm like, oh no! By the 9 divines! I see Lucy on her knees in front of Jimmy. And he's sitting up on a table. And oh no! Gameplay was over. I can't just leave you guys with 5 minutes of Wield. There has to be more of that. There always has to be some more Wield. It wouldn't be fair if I left you with just 5 minutes. So here's another TDM. These things go far too quickly. It's just straight up silly. Straight up silly, these TDMs, how quickly they go. But ladies and gentlemen, Jimmy was sitting up on one of these huge art tables. Lucy in front of him. Knees. I'm like, wow! Wow! By the 9 divines. There is no flipping way Jimmy is doing this right here, right now. In this very ring. And you'd think they'd be a little bit more careful with their actions, right? You'd think if they're doing this, they make sure that nobody's gonna go in there and actually notice when somebody's walked into the room. But only as I notice them, do they notice me. It was a weird situation. And I'm standing there and I'm like, my jaw's dropped. My eyes are open wide. I'm like, oh no. Oh no. It's a terrible thing. And look at this guy. He tries to hide and he tries to blend in with the bags around him. He would have blended in. And his buddy over here just threw a rock across the map. Did you see that? Look at this guy. Look at him throw a rock all the way across the map. Is that a new weapon? Does he know about a weapon I don't know about in this game? That bastard is playing Call of Duty. He's throwing rocks around. How do I get to do that? How do I get to throw a rock around? I want to throw a rock around. I want to throw one across the map like that guy did it. Ladies and gentlemen, you saw it here first on my video. On Wield's video, ladies and gentlemen, you saw it right here on Modern Warfare 3. Captured on video. A character throwing a rock across the map. You saw it right here, ladies and gentlemen. But on a more serious note, as you can see, the Master Sorcerers on the other team sending me their minions, just spawning minions with their black magic and sorcery to spawn a bunch of minions in that alley to keep coming at me. They just keep coming. But I am able to fend them off. And that's not the end of that story of the minions. I go back and I face them some more right here. I have to fend them off some more until some reinforcements luckily show up. But there we are in the art room. I look at Lucy. I look at Jimma. And then I look down. I have a boner. Oh no. Then I look back up at Lucy. And then I say, can I go next? And from right out of the wall, a Master Sorcerer spawns a minion to come out of the wall. Did you see that guy? Come right out of there. Like a bat out of heck. But he was no match for my P90 of invisibility. That's what I call my P90. The P90 of invisibility. Because it has the power to make me invisible. And ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed, please let me know you did by clicking like. It puts me in an awesome mood when I know people are enjoying my stuff. If you enjoyed enough that you're left wanting more, please click subscribe. I say this every time and I'll say it again. I love doing this so much. I love entertaining and making these videos and only wish that there were more of you seeing my videos as I put them out. But if not, thanks for hanging out with me for this short time. It's been awesome. And it's been Wield. That's Jose the Orangutan, my outro ape. I love you all. Cutie patooties. See you later. Smile.